मैं शासन में बैठा हूं, मुझे मालूम है इस प्रकार से रुपया इतनी तेजी से गिर नहीं सकता। अरे नेपाल का रुपया नहीं गिरता है, बांग्लादेश की करेंसी नहीं गिरती है, पाकिस्तान की करेंसी नहीं गिरती, श्रीलंका की करेंसी नहीं गिरती। क्या कारण है हिंदुस्तान का रुपया पतला होता जा रहा है? ये जवाब देना पड़ेगा आपको, देश आपसे जवाब मांग रहा है।
Hello everyone, India is one of the fastest growing economy in the world right now. Last year we grew by 9%, which is higher than China, USA and almost every major economy on the planet combined. Everything looks good on paper, the headlines are positive and the government is confident. But then one report dropped, the IMF World Economic Outlook 2026. And it hit India very hard. According to that report, India has slipped to the 6th largest economy in the world. We were briefly touching 4th place last year and now both UK and Japan have jumped ahead of us. So what actually happened? Is India really weakening or is something else going on behind the numbers? Let's break it down. Now if we just look the data, the global ranking right now look like this. USA as usual sit on the top of the table with $32 trillion economy. Right after China with 20 trillion, Germany 5.4 trillion, Japan 4.4 trillion, UK 4 trillion and at 6th place India with $3.9 trillion economy. Just last year India was ahead of UK. We had even briefly touched 4th place and now we are 6th. So what happened in just 12 months? So there are two major reasons and both are very easy to understand. Number 1. Rupee fall. This is the core main reason. Let's understand with the example. Imagine you earn 88,000 rupees a month and last year $1 is equal to 84 rupees. So your salary in dollars was roughly around $1,047. This year $1 is equal to 88 rupees. Now same 88,000 salaries imagine. But now in dollars you only earn rupees 1,000. You didn't earn less in rupees but in dollar terms you look poorer on paper. That's exactly what happened to India's entire economy. The IMF rank every country GDP in US dollar, not in their own currency. So when the rupee weaken, India's economy looks smaller in global ranking, even if we are genuinely growing at home. In 2024, the rupee was at 84 rupees per dollar. By 2025, it slipped to 88.5 and right now when I'm shooting this video, it's trading around 93 to 94 rupees per dollar. Meanwhile, the British pound stays strong, so the UK's economy look bigger in dollar terms and they jump ahead of us. Now here's what important. The rupee weakness is not just a paper problem, it's real. It's happening because oil prices are high, because global investors are pulling money out of India and because the US dollar has become very strong globally. This affects common people too, like petrol prices, imported goods, everything gets more expensive when the rupee falls. The second reason is something not many people are talking about. The government recently changed the base year for calculating GDP from 2011-12 to 2022-23. Think of it like this. It's like recalibrating a weighting scale. Sometimes when you recalibrate, the new reading is slightly different from the old one, even if your actual weight has not changed. That's exactly happened with the India's economy. When India switched to the new base year, the economy size on paper came down slightly. Under the old method, India's GDP would have been about rupees 35.7 lakh crore. Under the new method, it's rupees 34.5 lakh crore. That's difference of over 1 lakh crore, and when you are competing for rankings with the UK by just a small margin in dollar terms, even that small revision pushed us behind. Now changing the base year is normal and actually the right thing to do, but the government has been loudly saying India will be the 4th largest economy soon. When the methodology change and the ranking slip, the communication should have been clear between government and the public. That's a fair criticism. Now according to my opinion, the ranking drop is mostly temporary, but the rupee weakness is the real problem we can't ignore. The good news is the IMF itself says India will bounce back to the 4th place by 2027. Our growth rate is the fastest in the world. By 2031, India could be the 3rd largest economy at $6.79 trillion. But the real concern is the rupee has been falling for years. We import 85% of our oil. Our trade deficit is at record high. These are the structural issues that don't fix themselves. Government have to adopt a new policies. India didn't get weaker, but a falling rupee and a revised GDP calculation made us look smaller in dollar terms. The UK and Japan overtook us on paper. The ranking will likely recover by 2027. But the bigger lesson is this: GDP ranking are measured in dollars. As long as the rupee keep weakening, we will keep fighting this battle. That's the real conversation India need to be having. If this video made sense to you, share it with one person who's been confused by the headline. It takes 2 seconds and it genuinely helps. And if you're new here, we break down big economic and finance news in simple language every week. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.